Beautifully. On brand.
From turning complex WordPress tools into stories people actually care about to building full funnel marketing that converts. Today's guest lives at the intersection of creativity and clarity. I'm Gautam Khurana, host of Beautifully on Brand and co-founder at Brandy HQ. In this series, we talk to the marketeers behind the products, the people shaping brands, driving growth, and navigating real-world challenges in digital marketing. Today, I'm joined by Beatrice Tabultoc, that digital marketing specialist at WP Stream, a SaaS live streaming platform built for WordPress that's helping creators, educators, and businesses stream directly from their sites with ease. Beatrice leads marketing at WP Stream across content, SEO, performance, and automation, translating a highly technical product into clear messaging that resonates with the global WordPress audience. She's also known for sharing thoughtful, relatable insights into the community, like her recent take on what a Spotify rap for WordPress marketers would actually look like. In this episode, we'll talk about building trust in SaaS marketing, simplifying technical storytelling, and what it really takes to market a WordPress product in 2025, 26, and beyond. Beatrice, welcome to Beautifully on Brand. Excited to host you today.
Hi, Gautam. Thank you so much for having me, and that was an amazing introduction.
I always try to do my best, but I made a mistake here. How do I pronounce your surname? I didn't ask you.
That's Tabultoc. We are very close.
Let that okay. I'm glad I got that fine. And you're based in Romania, right? Like your company's
In Romania.
founder Kritu, right? He's also
Yeah,
in Romania.
yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So tell me, let's go to your journey. I believe you've been doing this for 5 years, and this was your first ever job. Is that correct? Let's go from there.
Yeah, this is true. This was my first full-time job right after I finished my master's degree. So right after I finished, I graduated, and this was my first job. WP Stream just found me and they recruited me, and ever since then I've just been with them, and I've been in WordPress for a little over 5 years. So just in October, I got to 5 years.
Got it. So, what have you been doing that you are so excited with this particular opportunity? And I see that on your WP Stream website, there's amazing pieces of content which is going out very consistently. Are you the only one behind it, or do you have a team?
For the marketing aspect, I'm the only one behind it, but of course I get a lot of input from Remus, from Gabriel, and we have also another colleague of ours that has joined us at the beginning of this year. So yeah, I get a lot of takes from them as well. We're a fairly small team, so I do all of the content, and then when it comes to more tech stuff, I of course get more advice from them because like you said in the intro, I try to turn complex technical
Yep.
things into more simple wording that
Mm.
streamers can understand, or just anyone who's just starting out. But yeah, when it comes to the actual content, I'm the one behind it.
Love to hear that. And tell me, what was the brand like 5 years, 4 or 5 years ago when you joined, and where it is today? When I mean brand, the colors, the fonts, etc. Is it like a massive difference, little bit difference? Can you enlighten our audiences about that?
Yeah, so when I first joined, we had a different logo. We had I wouldn't say like the branding itself changed so much, but like we did
Mm.
have a different logo, different type of content, different images. So I think about a year after I joined, we worked with a team of designers and we rebranded. We changed up our logo and the site itself, the way that we do content. So like thumbnails for our blogs, our YouTube videos. If you go through our YouTube channel, you'll see that we have a different type of template now than we did before. So we
Mhm.
did go through some rebranding, but I wouldn't say that we changed so much. It's just that um, the brand was, I think it's since 2017 or something like that.
Mhm.
And it just went through that rebrand when I joined, like a year after I joined.
Oh, really? That's amazing. And what do you think people underestimate about marketing technical product? Because this is a pretty technical product. So I'm pretty sure. And when you
Yeah.
joined, you probably did not have any experience with technical products, right? Or anything like that.
Oh. Definitely not. I would say that in the beginning, I was a bit confused when it came to like a lot of streaming terminology and things
Mm,
like that. I had to watch a lot of videos, talk to Gabriel, who was also one of our other CEOs, and just get more information about what was happening. And he gave me like a presentation, if you will, like a slideshow that he had presented to someone else, to another crowd. And he just gave me that and he's like, hey, just go through this, see what you can learn, and then I will also like guide you through everything. And but the thing that we always come back to, even when I'm creating content right now, they always come to me and say like, hey, we want your input because you're not from like a technical background and we're more
mm.
tech people, so we want you to basically explain it to others in your terms because they would understand it the way you would. Not everyone is
I like that.
well versed in tech or streaming or like the background behind it. So we appreciate your my input on how to communicate it. So there's a lot of back and forth that goes on and discussions, and but in the end I try to come across with the simplest way to explain the terms.
I like that. You know what? I talk to my marketing team a lot also. You're in touch with a couple of them because we're planning co-marketing, etc. with
Yeah.
Creative for his episode to be launched in Jan, etc. And I tell my marketing team the same thing always. Like, how would you explain to somebody who doesn't know
Yeah.
what WordPress is? How would you explain to somebody who's the actual end user? What
Yeah.
they don't care about WP admin or speed plugins or security plugins or etc. They just want a website up and running. So how would you explain to them,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
So
I'm on I'm on a side of TikTok right now where it's like a lot of B2B marketing and very complex terminology and things like that. And it's like, how do you market B2B
true.
products? Because it's very complicated and it's like the same three words, AI generated words that are thrown out when you like ask for something on ChatGPT. So how do you turn that into something that's more relatable to the
Got it.
end user?
Yeah. Yep. And tell me about branding. Like, what tools do you use internally for social media, etc.? Are you using Adobe, Canva? What's your SaaS stack look like?
So I have a mix, like I go between different things. So I use, obviously, as a social media content creator, I use a lot of Canva. There's debate on that, but yeah, I
Hell,
think
if
it's a
it works, it
very
works.
good,
If it works, it
yeah,
works.
exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the templates there are not very usable, but I try not to like go with the straightforward templates. Like I've created my own type of templates for WP Stream that I
Mm-hmm.
just shift around through them. I also
Mm-hmm.
use Figma. That I started using that when we, like I was saying earlier, with the logo, when we changed our logo and rebranded, I started using Figma, learning how to use it there. Then I use for video editing, I use Camtasia. Um, yeah, just a few tools that I go
You're doing a
between,
lot of
switch
things.
between.
You're doing SEO marketing. Let me understand. Okay. You're doing SEO marketing. You're doing designing. You're doing creating. You're deploying on WordPress, obviously, as well. That means safe to say you're also implementing the meta title descriptions, image alt tags, etc. Also, do you have somebody to do that and help you with?
Uh, I do most of it, but
Okay.
Remus, he helps me out a lot of the SEO part. He's more well versed in the SEO aspect. So we
Mm,
work on that part and then I do the content, like I take over from
mm.
like actually writing the content, but he helps me out with like the SEO stuff.
I hear you. It is incredible that being a marketeer with the to know everything. I think is so crucial. Whether it's PPC, whether it's now ChatGPT, LLM searches, etc. How
Yeah,
much can you learn? How much can you not learn? I am a marketeer myself, but even me personally, how much can I catch up with? Like analytics
yeah.
now itself has like a textbook worth thousands of pages. I don't know what to do there.
You mean GA4? Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
when
god.
that changed.
Yep.
Ah. Should we discuss that? Because that's another episode on itself.
Oh, I know. And then PPC itself is so big. And then PPC, then you talk about X.com advertising, LinkedIn advertising. Should you do YouTube views? Should you do YouTube website campaigns? Is there any rule book? Is there some big authority? I think what I figured out, whatever works best for you and gets dollars in the bank and acquisition. Would you agree?
100%, 100%. Yeah, I think for us, YouTube is like the area that works most.
Mm.
And then
Mm.
this year we started implementing more on LinkedIn, like started work building on LinkedIn more. And yeah, we really see potential, and I'm sure that you see a lot of potential in LinkedIn for next year and like the coming years. It's no longer the LinkedIn that we used to know, the very like cringe, let's say,
Yep.
LinkedIn, where everyone's like, oh yeah, I helped this person, no, this dog in the street, and then the next day it was actually my interviewer that was the dog on the street yesterday. All these stories on LinkedIn, but now I'm on this weird side of LinkedIn that's very relatable.
Mm.
And I also think it's about the connections that you built and who you network with. You can learn a lot of things from LinkedIn, and yeah, we see great potential in it
I
as a
think so also. I
platform.
think so also. And I think you should not hesitate to reach out to people. Sometimes some people hesitate.
Yeah,
And I think that's where they make a mistake, And I think Navigator is like amazing as well. Is worth the investment. A lot of people don't get it thinking it's expensive, etc. But I think about it
interesting.
in the long term. If you're spending thousands of dollars a year on LinkedIn Navigator and you make one big deal, an enterprise deal, it pays off for the next 10 years or something like that.
Wow.
So, yep,
We'll
I think
definitely give that more thought.
LinkedIn Navigate, I can have again a whole episode around it because I've been using it personally a lot as well. So that's another story. Also. But going back to the brand part, WP Stream, and the pricing pages, I want to discuss that. Okay, because Brandy
Yeah.
HQ, like my own company with my co-founder Ryan, okay, like literally we discuss pricing pages a lot, okay, and we
Hmm.
keep on experimenting with the line items. The buy now button should be up or down or left or right, whatever. So how
Yeah.
many iterations has WP Stream gone over the past several years with respect
Oof.
to that? And pricing pages? Let's just discuss pricing pages. I would love to
Yeah.
discuss that.
Just the pricing page with the checkout page, because like with the checkout
You
page
tell
just
me
like
what
a
has
few
worked.
days ago.
What has worked very well for you? Are you still changing, experiment? Are you doing some A/B testing? Would love to hear that.
Yeah, we do like have A/B testing going on, and we always plan to do with everything we're A/B testing. But
Mm.
I think there's never an end page, like, oh yeah, I've done this and this is how it's going to be. We're always changing. We're always researching what others are doing. And yeah, we've recently added, well, recently, by recently I mean like at the beginning of this year, we've added yearly plans to our product, because until
Okay.
now we've just had monthly. You could get you could have gotten yearly plans before, but it was like a process where the person would get in touch and ask if there's a yearly pricing plan.
I see.
But we've added that, and that has been really cool. Um, but yeah, we are always changing the pricing page, and we try not to make it too cluttered. Just make it as simple as possible for the
Mm.
person to get to the end goal. And yeah, in the end, especially with the attention span that we have nowadays, it's really
Yep.
difficult to like keep a person there to the end. So just simplify the process as much as possible. That's
Yep.
what's
I
working,
think
and
the
that's what
the
we're
reason I
trying
brought about
to.
this topic of pricing pages because if I am to invest in any new software, SaaS, whatever, the first thing I click is pricing page even before the about us page. Don't you think so?
Really?
Isn't that true? I speak to so many people. They actually go to the pricing page out of curiosity. That's number one, curiosity.
Okay, that's
Typically,
true.
it is typical whether it's contact forms, speed, security, anything. Could be anything. People actually do that first. Okay. But anyways, on WP Stream, what is one experiment which you've done over the past few months or year which you remember and worked very well? Could be a Black Friday offer, could be anything. Do you remember something very
Oh,
interesting?
I'm trying to think about it. I guess
Google ad campaign
the
maybe, or social media campaign, some influencer, I don't know.
uh I guess the affiliates page, that's what's
Okay.
like I was um yeah, the affiliates, like we've gotten affiliates from our page, and like we actually had someone that came in and said like, "Oh, I really like the way that you've had your assets put. It's really simple to like go through." And like I even created this section where it's like, "Oh, how not to place the logo or how not to uh do this." And this affiliate came and told us like, "Oh yeah, I really like how you've described this, because a lot of times we work with brands that haven't provided like a clear draft or a document on how we can just advertise the brand." So that's something that worked. And then we also have the free basic streaming that we've recently implemented, where so how it works usually and how it's worked until now, you can use if you buy a plan from WP Stream, you get the resources from us and everything is hosted on our servers, so it doesn't add any load to your site. But now we've introduced the free basic streaming where you can use resources from your old site, but you can stream for free on your site. So that's something that has worked as well. A lot of people have been streaming on their websites for free, basically. So they don't
Interesting.
have to use YouTube or other platforms, but they can still get the free part of streaming.
Got it. Got it. That's pretty cool. And I think affiliates is something which a lot of companies have considered as one of the most powerful marketing tools. Technically, because you're not spending money upfront. Somebody's bringing in
Yeah.
revenue to you. And for them, if they're earning 10% or even 30% sometimes, I think it's worth every penny. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Affiliate,
Yeah, I
right?
agree. And our affiliates get lifetime commission as well. So
Oh, that's
whenever
pretty
the
cool.
plan renews, they keep getting paid. So it's a very passive income. Like that used to be a very big keyword a couple of years
Yeah.
ago. I don't know if it still is
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. It is
You
kind of. It
basically
is kind.
sleep and yeah,
Yeah, you make
you
money.
sleep and you
Yeah,
get
you.
money.
Yeah, I think it's the same. But how many affiliate programs can you join, and how many can actually get you
Oh
conversion?
yeah.
That's another story, right? That's another
Yeah.
big
True.
story. So, but anyways, what is one tool when you wake up every morning? You see whether it's this analytics, revenue, new customers signed up. What excites you the most? Let's talk about that.
Oh. Uh I think probably going on LinkedIn, honestly, that's crazy to say because I wouldn't have said that last year. But I think going on LinkedIn and seeing like the connections over there and just building a
Notification, the red sign.
connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, those notifications, the connections growing, those are amazing. Um, and I guess, oh, we have our page where we can see like how many people are currently streaming or like how many yeah, how many people are currently streaming on
Or
WP
people using the
using
platform.
WP Stream? Yeah, just using the platform, and that's really amazing to see in different times of day. And it's really cool because we have a lot of churches, and on Sundays, like on Sundays,
Oh
obviously I'm
wow.
off, but on Sundays I sometimes go on just to see like, oh, how many churches are streaming right now?
Oh yeah, I actually went on the site and I saw the use cases. That's very smart. Like you have so many use cases mentioned because then you actually understand like how like who WP Stream is for. So who came up with the so many use cases? Was it Kritu? You implemented it one by one? How did you go about that? And are you adding more use cases as well?
Yeah, I think when I first joined, most of them were churches. Well,
Wow.
a lot
Wow.
of them are still now. That was back like when I first joined, it was 2020. So it was pandemic, everything was
Yep.
like over happening. And yeah, everyone was online basically, but that was like the perfect time that I joined because I got to see everything evolve. So in the beginning, it was a lot of churches, fitness, I guess businesses as well, doing webinars and stuff.
Hmm.
But throughout, we grew a lot, and like every time we've seen like a new niche join, or we've focused on a certain niche, we've added that as well. Yeah, it's from a lot of research and seeing what other platforms are doing, Twitch, YouTube, and things
Yep.
like that. We kind of get inspired by them as well. And someone asked, I can't remember who it was, but like, why should I choose WP Stream instead of YouTube? And it's like, you don't have to choose. Like, you can still do both because they both bring different things to what you're doing. YouTube is amazing for growth, for building an audience. And just growing in general, just finding your people. But then you use WP Stream to bring these people to your community. So we never say like, oh, don't do YouTube because I don't know what. You have to do YouTube. YouTube is amazing. That's how everyone grows. But yeah.
I like that. You're so passionate about the company and the work which you're doing, and the fact that you could answer this flawlessly speaks a lot about how much you're embedded within the brand. I can tell that. So kudos to you, and
Thank you.
kudos to Kritu, and what's your other co-founder's name? I forget. I didn't meet him though. Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To mentor you and get you to a level that you can actually act just like the owner. That's what I tell my team also. You
yeah,
have to act as owners of the company. That's the only way the word can get out
yeah. The
there.
brand
And
ambassadors.
exactly. So you now know your primary audience very well. Okay, but you obviously have to tailor messaging for different use cases. And to all of my viewers, all I can say is just go to WP Stream's website and look at their use cases pages. It's incredible, and you have a free plan also which people can use. I'm excited to use that myself, sometime during the holidays, and check it out myself, which
Yeah,
is pretty cool as well. And I think you have a very cool way of doing that. And it's pretty straightforward, super simple, super slick software. You guys are doing an incredible job, and storytelling, making sure how to use it. So kudos to all of you for making sure is that.
thank you. That's so kind.
And tell me something, and before we come up on time in the next few minutes, okay, what are some
hmm
WordPress plugins which you truly admire and love besides WP Stream?
Obviously, we can't go wrong with WooCommerce. WooCommerce is
Mm-hmm.
amazing. That's what
Mm-hmm.
we're always using.
Mm-hmm.
Special shout out to Better Messages as well. We've throughout the years, it's very important for a live streaming solution to have a live chats as well. And we've
Okay.
gone through so many, but we couldn't find the right one to like actually fit a lot of
Mm-hmm.
use cases and something that would actually look good.
Mm-hmm.
But Better Messages like really came through and did its thing, and we have like our theme as well. That's we've integrated Better Messages with our theme so that the chat appears next to the live stream and just looks like a proper setup. So yeah, WooCommerce, Better Messages. Uh, what else do we
SEO
use?
speed.
Oh, Yoast.
Oh yes,
I
of
love
course.
Yoast. That's
Yes.
that's my buddy. I'm always on
Yeah,
Yoast
yeah,
and
yeah.
like
They're
trying to
doing it.
get the green thing on. Like, come on, give me a break.
Uh,
Please give me the green.
I know. But even then, there's no guarantee nowadays because of
Yeah, true.
search, because of ChatGPT, Gemini, people
Oh,
using Perplexity.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've started like learning about AEO and there's just so much there. But honestly, I feel like it's the same thing as SEO, but it's like instead of looking or finding keywords where people are now looking for the actual full-on questions,
Mm-hmm.
full sentences. So that's what we're focusing on right now
Got it.
instead of just keywords.
Got it. Got it. And if you mentioned recently, something comes to my mind. You mentioned recently about affiliates. So how are you sending them the materials, the brand assets, and all of that at the moment?
So we are also using a plugin called WP Affiliates, I believe, or
Okay.
Affiliates WP. I always get that. Maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
my dyslexia or something, but I always get that confused. And they have like their system set up where you can add the emails and links and everything you need when someone joins. And yeah, after someone joins, we send them an email welcoming them, and they have their affiliate area set up where they can automatically go and like access all the assets. And obviously, we also have the link to the page with our brand assets as well.
Got it. Got it. And any times your affiliates, they get confused as to how to get going, etc. It's pretty wild how big the affiliate marketing scene is. It just came back to me for a second that so many affiliates sign up, but they get, you're confused. What do I do next? How do I get started? How do I get implemented a banner on my blog or stuff like that? So do you have brand assets, etc., everything organized for them? Are you still working on some assets, training, manual, maybe once in a year webinar or something? What are your thoughts about that?
Obviously, we're always working on every single document. Like our documentation is constantly being updated, our blog section as well, and including the page with the affiliates area and the brand assets. So we're always looking to improve, and based on like support tickets or emails that we receive, we try to simplify it. Like sometimes we get emails, obviously, how like in our heads, because we're in it so much, and I'm sure you can relate to this as well. To us it seems very obvious, but then when someone comes and tells you like, okay, this isn't as clear,
Mm,
we try to put ourselves in their shoes and are like, okay, wait, yeah, that makes sense. How did we not consider that before? So we have indeed had situations where a customer or an affiliate would come up to us and say, "Hey, this isn't very clear. How can I do this?" And like, okay, let me find another way to explain it because obviously what we've done isn't working. So this is why I say like we're always updating and there's no end. Oh,
I
that's
think
it.
I
We're
think
never
I
changing
I
this again.
think I think as long as somebody who doesn't know what the meaning of WordPress is or Shopify is, if they can understand what your product is all about, if somebody who doesn't care about understanding what it is, that means you've reached, because that's the mass audience. Agencies is one thing, of course. Agencies
Yeah.
deep dive, they get to know. So it's not difficult to explain to agencies because they will look at their knowledge base, they will look
Yeah.
at your YouTube videos. But the end user, they don't care. They just want things working. You know,
Yeah. They have a
like
WordPress site, but that's all they know.
yes,
And
yes.
yeah, we have a lot of customers like that there aren't agencies or developers or a lot of them just say like, "Hey, I'm not good at coding." Like, you don't need code. That's it. But you just need this and that's why we have a lot of video tutorials because it's like the simplest way to visually, at least for me, I'm a visual learner. So when it comes to like following instructions, I prefer to watch a video and follow the instructions via the video.
I have
So
same problem. I have the same problem. I have to go to the videos,
yeah,
look at the chapters, and click on them and just go to directly because I have this much time and I just need to go through quickly. I cannot read too much.
yeah,
So I think same. I'm a visual learner also. So yeah,
true.
I'm excited to check out your YouTube video instructions, and your video series because that's pretty cool because I think that
Yeah,
makes a lot of difference. And I think any marketeer should truly harness that. And
yeah.
most importantly, if you were to personally focus your career and for the next 3 to 5 years, and you have to choose between social and branding or SEO and other stuff, what would you choose? Two different
Oof.
verticals to truly specialize in one thing,
So social and branding or
or
SEO and
SEO and content.
oh, wow. I think social and branding, to be honest.
Really, you enjoy that more?
Yeah. I enjoy the creative aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
And for
Mm-hmm.
the SEO, it's basically my left brain versus my right brain. Like I switch between those. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think I prefer the social and branding aspect of it, the visual, the creative side of it. The SEO, I feel like it's more technical, more analytical, and while I do love that, it's like secondary. But it's
You
very
have to
difficult
know
to
it.
pick
You can't
between.
live without it. That's
Yeah,
the only issue.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
I know.
No, but I do
If
enjoy it when I go through like I
mm,
go into a loophole or
mm,
not a loophole. Just I
mm,
sink into it and I'm just like, oh wow, 3 hours have gone by and I'm still here. It really
I,
has a way of captivating you.
I know what you mean exactly. And finally, if you were not in marketing and SEO, you started your career, you went to WP stream, found you found WP stream, whatever, if you were not doing that, if you're not into marketing and SEO, what would you be doing?
Okay, that's really funny because last weekend I went with my friend to a museum and there was this lady who was working at the museum explaining things and I told my friend I was like, okay, if I wasn't doing what I'm doing right now, I would be this person in the museum showing people talking about art and yeah, that's what I would be doing. Like I love the
Storytelling.
peacefulness that is in a
You still
museum.
you still be storytelling, basically.
I guess so. I like talking.
That's cool. On that note, we will end this episode. Thank you so much for being on beautifully on brand. It was great chatting with you today and learning more about WP Stream. I'm excited for this episode to go out and for our viewers to see.
Same.
And most excited, I'm most more than that because I recently met Kritu also, and I need to deep dive into the actual software itself. So that's pretty
Yeah.
exciting. So thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you so much, Gautam. I really appreciated your time this episode. It was really amazing chatting with you, and it just felt like a friend catching up, although this is the first time we're meeting.
That's what I tell all my guests, that
Yeah.
we're sitting for coffee for the first time. That's it. As simple as that.
Yeah,
Unbiased
so for future
conversations.
guests, this is it's amazing. Please join the podcast.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye for now.
Thank you.